Hi there, I'm Kerry, I'm a retired financial advisor. I was one of the largest franchisees within the Ameriprise system. I'm a CFP, a CHFC, and a CLU. But over the last several years, I've become more of a financial analyst than anything else. And I've done it with the help of AI. I recognize that if you really want to make money in the stock market, you need to know what you own. And need to know what you're buying, and if their growth is going to be sustainable, and if they're a legitimate business. And a legitimate business to me is a company who is growing its revenues, which is then reflected in growing its earnings, and that's reflected on an increasing stock price. And so, with that being said, the only thing I need then to make a good investment decision is good data. And that, quite honestly, when I was a financial advisor, wasn't available to me. I couldn't go down to every corporation, knock on the door and say, give me a copy of your financial report so I can review your financials and make a good investment decision. I couldn't do it. So I had to rely on financial analysts from large corporations who first made their profits before they shared them with me. And they got out before they told me it was time to get out. So what I've done in the advent of AI was recognize that if I could build an AI agent on a large language platform that had access to all the knowledge on all the stocks I wanted to have reviewed, I could make better investment decisions. And so it really started in late March of this year when I built that agent inside of a large language platform, and I started asking it questions. I started building a prompt. I now know I'm engineering that prompt so that I get out of all the knowledge in the world through my AI agent, which I call Samantha. I get good information to make good investment decisions. Well, it's worked extremely well for myself and our tribe members in a part of Best of Us Investors. And so I reached out to my tribe members and said, look, if you've got some stocks you're interested in that you think are some growth stocks that we should invest in, send me their tickers and a brief explanation as to why you think it's something we should put Samantha on, and I'll take a look at it. Well, I've gotten overwhelmed, such as Patrick sent me 8 stocks this weekend. Well, that'll take me 2 to 3 days to make a determination, to do my research, to determine whether or not I should then give it to Samantha, who I have to pay for the deep research. And so I decided what I should do, and I did it this morning, is just send Samantha, my AI agent, Patrick's letter that details the 8 stocks he thinks that are worth a review, and give it to Bart. Bart is Samantha's assistant, and let him do a preliminary review of what the stocks are and how they're doing, and should we do a deep research on them, what we call a financial health analysis. And so that's what I did. What I want to do, this shocked me. What I want to do first is share with you what Bard created, so that we could then decide, do we take the next step? Do we invest further into the analysis of these stocks, or do we put them to the side? I want to take you to my computer and show you what Bard sent me. It's shocking, but what it does, it gives me and you the access to all the knowledge in the world to make better investment decisions. Take a look at this. Okay, this is the report that Samantha and Bard sent me, and I'm going to ask Bard to read some of it to you so you kind of get a feel for what exactly you get, or I'm.
The following is an initial review of 8 stocks identified as potential growth candidates, each boasting triple-digit 3-year returns. We summarize what each company does, the factors behind its performance, and any immediate concerns. This first stage screening will help determine which of these warrant deeper financial health analysis. Compass Minerals International, NYSE, CMP, Metals and Mining. Compass Minerals is a producer of essential minerals, primarily salt, for de-icing in chemicals, and specialty plant fertilizers. It recently explored lithium extraction from brine at its Utah facility, which drove enthusiasm for the stock. Indeed, CMP's share price roughly tripled over a 3-year span, ROI 241%, partly on the lithium prospects and a post-pandemic recovery in salt demand. However, the company's growth story has become less compelling lately. Recent developments: in early 2025, Compass terminated its lithium development project, taking a $74.8 million asset impairment charge. This setback removes a key future growth driver that had fueled investor optimism. The core salt business remains solid but low growth, and fertilizer, plant nutrition, faces pricing softness. Financial snapshot: recent results have been mixed. Fiscal Q1 2025 saw revenues slip, winter de-icing volumes were weak due to mild weather, and the company posted a net loss, though much smaller than the prior year's loss. Management is focusing on cost cuts and inventory reduction to restore profitability. Balance sheet leverage and past unprofitability are concerns noted by some analysts. Initial verdict: risky turnaround. The high ROI was largely driven by one-time enthusiasm, lithium, and a rebound from 2020 lows. With the lithium project cancelled, Compass lacks a strong growth catalyst and is essentially a cyclical commodity play. It may not meet our growth stock standards going forward. Further analysis may be unwarranted unless new strategic initiatives, or a reversal of the lithium decision, emerge.
So that's the review of one of the 8 stocks. And as you can see, they go through each and every one of them, and I'm including a copy of a chart to show you the 2-year movement of them. This one happens to be Latham Group. It's a swimming pool company, which is a little different. And again, we see it had a tremendous, this was probably after the pandemic or during the pandemic, and people were stuck at home, they wanted a swimming pool. This is a company that's in the finance business. Is the reverse mortgage company that with the 70 million baby boomers approaching retirement and possibly needing to get money out of their homes, it's worth a look. I don't think I'll look at Dyno, the old Sinclair Energy, and I don't think I'm interested in a plastic swimming pool company. It also then puts the nix on Anavex and Forbo TV, and then says by no means Compass Materials or CVR Energy. But this gives you an idea of the power of AI. My ability to go to my tribe, get 8 suggestions, and come back with an analysis of all 8 of the stocks, and then a recommendation of let's take a deeper look at 2 of them, and then go into an exact estimate of what the price is going to be in January of 26, 27, and 28. This is the way you should be investing in the future. This is the way I'm going to be investing forever. Where do you and I go from here? Well, for me, I will never again buy a stock without first having it reviewed by Bart and Samantha. I mean, that would be foolish. They have access to all the knowledge in the world. They can help me make better investment decisions. So for you, though, I want you to see a full copy of the report that they produced for me on those 8 stocks. And so I'm going to ask you to go into the description and click on the link, and that'll take you to a landing page, and it will ask you for your email address, and then that will immediately send you a copy of that report so you can review it. That'll give you some insights as to what Best of Us Investors is all about. Then you'll have to make a decision. Do you want to go in deeper? And deeper is that you join our gold platform. And that is where you get access to all of the analysis that I've done, all of the 45 stocks that I own, plus another probably 40 that I've analyzed and I don't own yet. And then you can learn how the analysis works, and then adapt it to your portfolio objectives. My objectives are just growth. That's all I'm interested in. What I see happening in the future is I'll set up a separate portfolio for dividends, for income. And again, I'll rely on Samantha and Bart to do the analysis, and we will automate it as much as possible so that I don't have to be involved in every step in it, and we can monitor and trust it. Now, the other thing you need to know, of all the stocks that I own, we will review them every 90 days. When they have a earnings report and they broadcast that report, Samantha and Bart will be there. They will be listening, and they will take them information, compare it to the latest statistics, the latest data on each of the stocks, and then update my tell sheet. Come to the platform, Best of Us Investors. First, get the free copy of the analysis they just gave me. Then come and get the 14-day free trial, familiarize yourself, and then take yourself into the new world of investing. Because I tell you what, it isn't going to be anything like it was 6 months ago.